Hello, welcome back. Today we're talking about Edinburgh v Gloucester in the Champions Cup. Good game. Thoughts on it, Rob?
I mean, it was a good enough game, but if Edinburgh think that they're going to be challenging in Europe on that performance, they need to think again.
Aye.
They're playing the worst team in the Prem.
Who just got hosed off at Newcastle.
Yeah, the only reason they're not bottom is because they have more points.
Bonus points.
Aye.
Yeah.
No, they're tied on points.
They're points scored.
They have more points scored. At the weekend on Friday night, they had a guy who plays for Hartpury who's been called up, who is a mortgage advisor.
That's mental.
And they had another guy that's a part-time copper
Playing against Scotland's starters, and
don't know how many
test caps are in that Edinburgh squad.
And then they got three lines there. Schumann,
Doohan, Darcy got up.
Well, Darcy got then four because
four lines.
Ewan Ashman as well.
Aye, Ashman.
So I mean, it's just,
let's go through the game. So it obviously started. Gloucester seemed to kind of take the bull by the horns, and they actually
some good tries.
Mate, was it their second try they kicked through?
It was brilliant.
Belter
really
of a try.
Charlie Atkinson.
Yeah, so Gloucester were looking pretty strong. They kind of took direction of the game, took control, and Edinburgh were gritty. They stayed in it, to be fair to them, and it was a good comeback in the end to get the victory.
It was good, and I will say that it shows a bit of mettle to come back into a game like that.
A bit of grit.
But I mean, it's against such a poor side. You know, if that was against Bath, for instance, they're getting hosed. You know, they're getting absolute pumped. So I just feel like when you're watching that first half, you're just like, something is wrong with this outfit. Like, you've got the forwards are really good for Edinburgh. They are. I think they lack at second row, other than Grant Gilchrist. I think you know they're talking Sam Skinner, Marshall Sykes. They're not going to be getting into the Scotland team. Grant Gilchrist will. Marshall Sykes obviously got there for the All Blacks game, and he's okay. He's not at the same calibre as Scott Cummins or Gregor Brown, nowhere near it. But I think once other players start coming through, Marshall Sykes isn't going to be there. So they're really lacking at second row, especially second, third choicers. But the rest of the forwards, their front row options are good.
Aye, solid, man.
And their back row options are amazing.
I know, man.
That's what won that game.
Yeah,
that is the forwards that won the game.
Well, that's how Edinburgh are winning all their games, though, is the power from their forwards. But like you said, there's something systemically wrong at Edinburgh. They have potentially a better, maybe not as good as Glasgow, but not far off, like player for player. And if you look at the calibre of players for each team, they're not that far off Glasgow. Their backs are out of the park, different. But they're a good team. On paper, they're a great team, and they don't get performances. Granted, they beat Toulon, but it's in
the rain.
They should have been hosing Gloucester.
Yeah,
they should have.
There should have been no debate about that game. I'm going to say I honestly think the only two Edinburgh players that should be in the Scotland match day 23 is Pierre Schumann and Ewan Ashman. And Grant Gilchrist on the bench.
Gilchrist.
I think starting Schumann, Ashman, Grant Gilchrist on the bench. Other than that, I wouldn't have any of them.
It's just a mentality sometimes.
They do have.
Granted they came back and got that win.
Yeah.
But nah, man, they should have been smashing
Doohan's mentality, I just watch him playing and his head drops, he's all over the place.
Out of position.
He looks frustrated all the time. I mean, the first try, defensive
just fell for the dummy.
Doohan bit in, goes out. His defence is horrible.
Yeah. Teams have now found that out, by the way. I think he flew under the radar for so long because it didn't seem like he was getting targeted in defence this much.
No,
this seems to be a recent thing. The last year he has been getting targeted in defence. And unfortunately it's
we could talk all day about how poor some of the players were for Edinburgh. I think Darcy Graham, he's not on form, and I am a huge Darcy Graham fan. I love Darcy Graham, but he just isn't at the level that he needs to be for Scotland right now. I don't think
he seems to be forcing it, and like I get there's emotion packed in the game, but was it he knocked on the ball or he got taken into touch and he puts his foot through a billboard? And I'm like, mate,
quite early in the game as well, isn't it?
I'm like, I get that there's emotion, but you can't be doing that.
That to me says something. I just think there must be something systemically wrong with Edinburgh.
I don't know what it is though. So there must be coaching, but it's actually bigger than the coaching. It's like it seems to be like the whole ethos of Edinburgh Rugby.
Yeah.
It seems toxic, and they see the players. They're not getting the best out of their players.
Who's going to do that though? Because they've had them hard asses like Richard Cockerill.
Rob, I think it's above the coach.
But who? So we've obviously we had Alistair Kellick and stuff, and then, but how are they impacting the day to day so much?
Must just be like culture, and then culture comes from the top. Like,
I mean, these guys move around so much. I wonder if culture's the playing group is where the culture is happening. Because you look at Glasgow, there's always been, except from Danny Wilson, there's always been a good culture. And then Dave Rennie, there was a great culture.
Yep.
Danny Wilson, there wasn't, from what I hear. And then obviously under Franco, brilliant culture. Winning culture.
Yeah, winning.
And that's the biggest thing. Edinburgh don't win.
Nah.
And I just feel like,
is that what they need to do then to change the culture?
but then they do get good wins.
I mean,
like that Toulon game.
Yeah.
But then
They got to
I
the
was Sean
semi-final of the
Everett-
Challenge Cup last year.
Exactly. But then Sean Everett has then picked, on the back of a Toulon game, to get really good momentum, he sends a B team to Cass and they get pumped.
We've spoken about this, man. It was just such a ridiculous
but then that's
decision.
how you build confidence, that's how you build momentum.
You don't build momentum and confidence by going to Cass away and getting absolutely tanked.
What also doesn't help is the chopping and changing of the starting team. Who's the 9-10 combo? Like,
I think Vellacott's a bolt on for 9, but who's...
But then they had Charlie Shield before. Him and Cammy Scott at the start of the season were doing brilliant together.
I think Vellacott's definitely... He seems to be their spark
Vellacott
in the
does,
back.
right.
What had the try was Edinburgh's second or third try. It was genuinely like Vellacott orchestrated that try on his own. Actually looked like George Horn, the line he ran to get the ball back in the inside. And it was a well worked try by him.
Very good.
So I would say he's their bolt on 9, but their 10, it does see. I think Ross Thompson controlled that game quite well.
He's got very good fundamentals.
Yeah.
His passing is brilliant.
Yeah.
His kicking out of hand is very good. His kicking off the deck's not great. He's not good at kicking for goal.
For goal.
But his actual, you look at his kicking technique and he's actually very good at kicking.
I think the last 2 games they've actually looked better with him at 10.
I think they have.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what's happened to Cammy Scott? How are these players
dropping in and out of squad?
Going in and out of momentum, in and out of form so quickly? That's a worrying thing that's happening there.
Has Darcy been on form this season?
Nah.
Right, we'll talk about the positives. So a few good performances. Still,
Freddie Douglas.
How many tackles did he get?
4 or 5.
That's incredible.
He looked, for a young guy, 20 years old, he looked unbelievable over the ball.
Again, great prospect for Scotland. But mate, we're so stacked in the back row.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's great. It's a really good problem to have.
Really good problem.
But he was stand out.
I can't remember the last time I've seen a player on the deck like that.
It was unbelievable. I think the last time I remember a performance like that would have been like John Barclay in one of the World Cups, and he got like 4 or 5 jackals and a half or something. But great performance by Freddie Douglas.
He looks like such a physical specimen for his age.
Yeah. What is he?
He must be 20. He was playing under 20s last year.
So he was. Brilliant him coming through.
He's either 19 or 20.
No.
He's one of those ages, but his body position over the ball looks unbelievable. Can you imagine getting fucked in the back like that, by the way? The way that they get on the jackal, get into that position, then people are just going full tilt at your back.
Yeah, man. No, he's solid. Vellacott also, I think, had a pretty good game.
I thought Blythe Lafferty continued to do good. They pulled the front row off a bit early, I thought.
What was it, like
35th minute? Harry Morris was going well, Blythe Lafferty was going good. I think they're managing him quite well though.
Because he is young. You don't want to be playing him every single game and he picks up some injury and then that's him out.
You're playing against absolute monsters there.
So
I thought, but one more point, McVeigh getting his first game for Edinburgh. I was watching him at the under-20s. He looks like a big, physical second rower. He actually reminds me of a Joe McCarthy type. So hopefully he gets managed well. And this is the frustrating thing. How are they managing these players at Edinburgh? Last pit. how are they managing these players at Edinburgh? Because if these boys were coming through Glasgow, they're getting in the Scotland squad like no bother. So are they getting nourished and nurtured the same way that they would on the other side? And how is there not collaboration of the teams to ensure that's happening?
I get that like rugby's such a loyal sport, but someone needs to start talking. We need, the fans must be like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
like crazy. We want to start knowing what's going on with this team. Like how are they not getting the best out of this team? But in conclusion, good win. At least they got, they're 2 in the bounce now. Good result.
Second in the group. Yep. So they're going next week to play at Bath. They're going to qualify. They should qualify. They're in a pretty tight group though, but they're going away to Bath next week, which is going to be a hell of a trip.
If they play like that the other night, they're going to get
destroyed, because Bath are going to go absolutely full.
Yeah.
So they're going to be in for some game next week.
Yeah.
But I think they got the game. But if I was an Edinburgh fan, I would be extremely frustrated with that first half, and I would be wondering what is going on here. How are we not putting away teams like that?
Hopefully they pull their socks up for next week. But thank you for listening. If you want to carry on the conversation with us, leave a comment, like and subscribe on the video, and let's hear your thoughts on it. We'd be interested to see.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.